Today on the TMZ Podcast.
Hello and welcome to the TMZ Podcast. I'm Charlie Cotton.
I'm Charlie Neff.
And what a weekend it was, man. In so many different ways. It was Father's Day yesterday.
Father's Day yesterday, yep. But a lot of big stories.
A lot of big stories happening yesterday. Justin Bieber might have had a bit of a rough Father's Day.
Yeah.
It appears. We'll talk about, he's going through it, admittedly. He's kind of opening up about his struggles. This morning, particularly, he did.
Right.
We'll talk about the Diddy trial. This morning, a juror was dismissed. So
yes.
Pretty crazy.
And we kind of knew this was like bubbling up between the defense and prosecution. So.
But one alternate gets a call up to the big leagues now.
Exciting.
Very exciting for them. And finally, we'll talk about Vance Bolta. Everything we knew, all the updates on him. He's going to be in court today. The guy who allegedly assassinated two Democratic lawmakers and shot two other ones in their home over the weekend. He's in court today, and we'll talk about that.
Whew. But we want to remind you guys, we are live. So if you're on our YouTube right now, this beautiful Monday morning, leave us some comments. What do you guys have to say about Justin Bieber, Diddy, or this other guy that was a part of the manhunt?
I can't believe you don't know who Vance Bolta is. Like,
no.
It blows
I'm
my
not into
mind.
Politics.
I'm not into politics.
I'm not. It's political.
But this is bigger than, this is political violence. Two. Okay, I'm gonna.
I'm into entertainment news.
I can't even believe
Kardashian. I am all ears.
Okay, well, what about Justin Bieber?
Yes.
Justin Bieber, he did quite a long post this morning. I feel like you're the person to read it out. You can be Bieber, right? Here you go.
Yeah, so this is obviously on the heels of everything, people speculating that he's going through something. He said, "People keep telling me to heal. Don't you think if I could have fixed myself, I would have already? I know I'm broken. I know I have anger issues. I try to do the work my whole life to be like the people who told me I needed to fix like them, to be fixed like them. And it just keeps making me more tired and more angry. The harder I try to grow, the more focused on myself I am. Jesus is the only person who keeps me wanting to make my life about others because honestly, I'm exhausted with thinking about myself. Aren't you?"
I am exhausted from thinking about Justin Bieber. That's a good point there at the end.
Yeah, I think it's interesting because, yesterday was Father's Day. He's a father to a 9-month-old son, Jack Blues. No Father's Day post from Haley. But she did comment on one of his posts because if you remember on Mother's Day, he posted Mother's Day sucks ass.
Okay.
And so people were like, what the hell? His wife is a mother.
Right.
And also like his mom, But then on Father's Day, Haley didn't post anything. And then she went and she commented on Justin's post saying Father's Day sucks ass.
Okay, that's a bit of tit for tat. That's fine.
Yeah, but I mean, is it so bad just like thinking about reminding people that you love them and reminding people like, hey, I see you. It's hard to be a mother.
Yeah.
And vice versa on Father's Day, too.
I mean, I must say, my wife did post about me yesterday, but I don't think I posted on Mother's Day. Just because social, like, it's just like not important. I mean, I don't know. Maybe
it's important.
I treasured her at home. But what I thought about this monologue, his post that he did, is I wouldn't like being Haley or his 9-month-old son Jack, if he can read.
Yeah.
And reading Jesus is the only person who keeps me wanting to make my life about others. I understand he's religious and all, and so Jesus can be one of the people, or but why did he have to say he's the only person who keeps me? Like, doesn't Jack keep you wanting to make your life about others?
And if you're religious, Jesus is number one in your life.
But what, that word only? I mean, I just think if Bieber kind of say wants the paparazzi to leave him alone, wants please everybody just I'm doing fine. He's just not going about it the right way. He's acting erratically online. He's acting erratically.
But you can't have the part that you're focusing on about Jesus being the only one that you probably think that he cares about, right? But for people that believe in faith and all that, it's you can, if you don't have a relationship with Jesus and Jesus isn't number one in your life, you can't have a relationship or love others. So that's what he means by that post.
Yeah. Where's
But
the
I'm-
shout out? Where's the shout out to Jack or Haley in this post saying, lucky I've got a supportive family that, he never like heaps praise on them. It's weird. It's strange.
I mean, he's obviously going through it, right? I
Yep.
think now he's admitting that in some sort of extent, where before it was like, stop worrying about me, stop worrying about me. I mean, I guess he is still saying that there, but we're still worried.
We're still worried. All right, on to our next story. Juror number 6 has been dismissed.
Gone.
Juror number 6 is out, and another number is in because this guy had inconsistencies in his like voir dire, the stuff that jury fill out at the start.
And you're supposed to be truthful.
Completely honest. I mean, but he didn't kind of lie about anything. He said multiple times he lives in the Bronx and then also in New Jersey, which are obviously different places.
Yeah.
And that was enough for the judge to kick him off the trial.
I mean, I feel like you could have like multiple places that you live.
I feel like it's not a huge infraction.
I don't either. But they are very particular about this case. It's a high profile case. Everyone wants to be a part of it. So I'm sure they're trying to weed out anybody that might be there for the wrong reasons.
Yeah, Diddy's attorneys weren't happy because they thought that they were getting rid of him because he's a man of color.
Yeah.
He was one of only a few people of color on the jury. We know he was a 41-year-old black Hispanic man who worked as the accountant for the Department of Corrections, or he still does.
Oh,
He does payroll. He does payroll for the Department of Corrections. But anyway, congrats to the juror, the alternate.
The alternate.
called up this
Alternate
morning.
is in.
Alternate is
What
in.
a fiasco.
Okay, let me explain to you what happened over the weekend with Vance Bolta.
Oh, yes. Yes. Give me the rundown.
You didn't know that in the wee hours of Saturday morning, a guy dressed up as a policeman, put on a mask so he looked like a bald policeman, went over to the residence of, 2 Minnesota senators, knocked on their door, police are here, please. They opened the door, shot he went to 2 houses before he was, stopped. The first house, he shot 8 times the wife and 7 times the husband.
Oh
But the
my
wife
gosh.
kept the daughter safe, but she shielded her.
Did she die though?
No, they're all alive. But then he went to the next place and he had a list. He was going to go from this house to this house to this house.
How far were the places from each other?
They were all like, lawmakers around the same area.
Okay.
Democratic lawmakers. So he went to the next house, knocks on the door, police here. He ends up killing the husband and wife inside. He kills them. But by the time he's leaving, police have come to this house because at the first house, they called 911, the daughter.
Yes.
And so then they went to they rushed to everyone's house, right? Who could be on some sort of like.
Why did they think it was political at that point?
Because there was no reason to suggest it wasn't. Like this, the police had knocked on their door. The police had knocked on their door at 2 a.m. I think there was just assumed probably at that.
Yeah.
But then anyway, he
That's horrible.
he had to leave his vehicle. There was a big manhunt over the weekend.
Yeah, I remember seeing like the manhunt stuff.
He was eventually caught like, in a cornfield or somewhere out in the wilderness sort of
Oh
thing.
my gosh.
But he'll be in court today. He will be charged probably state and federally.
I mean, I feel like you're going through a lot of hoops to get like a costume, seek out these people's addresses, have like a whole plan.
Right.
I mean, it's sick.
This is a guy that he has a wife and family, but instead he lived with like 2 other older guys in a house together. I think we're going to learn
very questionable.
I think we're going to learn a lot about this guy. Yeah, huge over the weekend. I still can't believe that there's people who just haven't heard of this story.
Yeah, on Saturday, I was at Glen Ivy Hot Springs.
Oh, Hot Springs.
Yeah, I was there for a bachelorette, and I was drinking pina coladas, sitting in a hot tub.
Nice.
We put a little clay mud all over our bodies, like good for like, I don't know, softness.
So no
silky
strippers.
skin.
No strippers at the Hot Springs.
No strippers.
Damn.
That's only if you're in your 20s.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
True. All right. Should we?
I have a couple today in histories
right.
for you.
Today in history. What happened
Rapid
today?
fire. This day in 1994, O.J. Simpson was arrested. He was charged with the murders of his ex-wife, Nicole Simpson, and her friend, Ronald Goldman. And obviously, remember, that led to an insane trial.
Right. That was, wow. So that's happening at this. He was
This
arrested
day,
today?
he was arrested today in 1994.
So that means he probably allegedly committed the crimes, yesterday? Or I don't know.
Somewhat
A few days
recently.
ago? All
Well,
right.
remember he had like the Bronco chase?
True. Oh, so this
Yeah.
was Bronco Chase Day.
Yeah, and then he drove to his house and then agreed to turn himself in. He was supposed to turn himself in
Ah.
earlier, but didn't.
Interesting.
Ugh.
Okay.
This day in 1963, there was the first woman in space. Was not an American.
Okay.
It was a Russian, Soviet cosmonaut.
Cosmonaut.
Wow.
The Russian?
Valentina V. Tereshkova became the first woman to travel in space, having been launched into orbit aboard the spacecraft Vostok 6, which completed 48 orbits in 71 hours. And lastly, happy birthday, or I guess would have been birthday.
Oh. So not
You
happy.
hate it when it's people that aren't here anymore.
Right.
R.I.P. Tupac Shakur.
It's Tupac's birthday.
Yes, it is.
Wow, that's a good one, actually.
I know. What's your favorite song? Oh, no. Oh, no. I'll give you a hint.
Is Gangsters in Paradise?
Oh,
by him?
that's Coolio. How do you confuse Coolio?
I don't confuse them. I just
Tupac.
don't know any of their songs. Like,
Come on, California.
California,
No,
know how to party. I know that if they played at the NBA, like I might know it. You know, other than that, I'm from Australia. I'm not that into
And you
rap.
guys weren't into like Tupac?
Not me.
I guess maybe it is more of like a West Coast
I
type
think.
thing.
Yeah. All right. Should we read out the comments?
Yes, let's get to the comments. So for the Bieber story, Letha Bradford said, "Stop taking his words and twisting what he posted. TMZ, please leave him alone." I think he said what he said, and we said what he said.
And we're leaving him alone as much as he wants to be left alone. If he wants to cause attention to himself, which he's been doing, we
Yeah,
will.
which also, by the way, none of our TMZ camera guys have gotten him.
No.
Everyone's like, TMZ, leave him alone. None of those camera guys are ours.
None.
Lax Diddy said, "It's not important to post your feelings for M Day or Father's Day to all of us."
Yeah, what is he doing? Why does he think we need to know this? It's just not good for him and his family just
Well,
to be so.
She's saying, like, you don't need to post Mother's Day and Father's Day posts.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm down not to post.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't do, like, a post on the grid, but I, like, posted that I was out with my stepdad.
Oh, you did a story.
Like a story,
Oh,
but I didn't post
yeah.
like my grandpa, who was my father.
Right. No, I didn't actually get a grid post either, to be honest. I only got a story.
Oh, wow. You're not
happy.
grid worthy.
Not happy. Not grid worthy.
Jesse Remsen said, "Justin needs more time to develop his skills as a partner and parent. Those are some really important roles to play forever and not to be taken lightly."
True. Agree.
What'd you do for Father's Day yesterday?
Just stayed at my house, and we've got some neighborhood kids that we all go and we hang out and play with water and
cute.
stuff. And so yeah, we had fun.
Do you have like little water balloons and
Yeah, we got those water balloons that
air soakers?
It's amazing. Like in this day and age, you can screw something onto the end of the hose, and like 100 water balloons
Yeah,
can
I
come off.
saw that.
Back in our day-
I know. No kid will know the pain we had to go through on our fingers trying
Yes.
to tie the end of a water
You do
balloon.
like 100 water balloons like that.
That's amazing.
It is amazing.
For the Vance Bolta story, Rebecca said he was in a Breaking Bad mask and police uniform.
It's scary because then
Ugh.
if a policeman knocks at your house
Yeah.
at 1 a.m. tomorrow morning or whatever, I would be nervous to answer.
Yeah.
I think it's scary that he was in a police outfit.
I mean, I question everybody before
Yes.
I open the door.
Good. I think that's a good way to do it.
Yeah, I'm too suspicious.
Mm.
Crystal said, "Caught in a cornfield in Minnesota. Nearly half of Minnesota is cornfield territory."
I guess that's why I was wondering how he had managed to evade police for it's only a weekend, but
Yeah.
if he was acting alone, which I'm not sure if he was or wasn't,
Right.
but if he was acting alone, like what do you do? But I guess if you just hide in a cornfield for 48 hours,
Yeah.
it's easy for them
It
not
sounds
to
like itchy.
It does
to
sound
me.
itchy.
It sounds very itchy.
Are you able to eat corn that hasn't been cooked? Like, could he sustain himself off the corn?
Oh, I feel like you could.
I feel like he could probably stay out there for a few days longer if he had wanted to, but
Yeah, right. And just live off of the land.
yeah.
Yeah.
Nice life.
A couple miscellaneous comments from you guys. Kim Duncan said, "I'm with girl type Charlie. Bring on the entertainment news. I live in Arkansas with a rescue chicken. Oh, I picked off the road. Chicken Nugget is her name."
So that's why she was crossing the road
Ah, ha, ha,
to get to Kim
ah.
Duncan. All right.
I love that she rescued a chicken.
You love, I mean, we both rescued animals.
Yeah. Remember we rescued the same turtle? I have bad news for you.
About the
I
turtle?
have terrible news for you about the turtle.
R.I.P.
I don't know if it was the same turtle. So just to give you some clarity, Charlie Cotton and I live near the wetlands here. It's like the only area dedicated to wildlife in LA, and it's small, but does have like a main busy road, like crushing right through the wetlands.
Right.
Anyways, Charlie found a turtle. They're not native to the area. They were like someone's pet that they just threw into the wetlands. Charlie found a turtle. He saved it from being run over, right?
Yeah.
I saw, months later, saw a turtle in the road. Johnny and I, my husband, got out of the car. We put it back into the wetlands.
I think this turtle's just looking to end it all.
Well, maybe about a couple weeks ago,
Oh.
I saw a crushed turtle in the road.
Oh, no.
Why do they have, oh my God, I could be like social justice Charlie, but like, why do they have that busy road in the middle of like a protected wildlife area?
We should block the road and make a
Or elevate the road
Elevate
to go
a
over
bridge.
it.
You call it a bridge.
Yeah. Yes.
elevate the road.
Or we named him Tires.
Oh, really?
Or Tires.
Oh, tires. Yeah. that's
Became
appropriate.
Yeah,
name.
yeah. Marcy P said, Charlie Cotton, hope you're having an awesome Father's Day. And Charlie Neff looking good and gray this morning.
Mhm.
It's kind of like a
Blue.
bluish gray. And also, I was just very tired. I just put on whatever. Actually, I think this is kind of like a protect the seas.
Wow, look at you, Charlie.
Yeah.
Making good.
And then Elle said, the way Charlie Girl is saying Jesus is so cute to me.
Jesus.
Jesus. Did you like ever go to like church growing up?
I went to like an Anglican school, so
Wow.
we had to go
Do
to
you know like all the songs?
Yeah, I'm down with the songs.
Like
God.
Jesus loves me, yes.
Oh, I like a deep cut. My favorite hymn was "Guide Me, oh the great Jehovah." Oh man, I love that song.
I didn't know it was gonna turn into an angel saint
I think
right
that
now.
song
Like,
in the middle-
woo-hoo.
That song's stuck in my head. That hymn is stuck in my head for some reason. I don't know why.
All right. Wow. Okay.
Thank you, Charlie.
Thank you, Charlie. Happy Monday, guys.
Happy Monday, and we will see you guys here tomorrow.